Our region's gotten global recognition for its economic and environmental comeback over the past 2 generations. Yet you never know what the future holds. That means a community has got to be resilient. Late last year, the Rockefeller Foundation added Pittsburgh to its 100 Resilient Cities initiative, one of 35 cities selected from a pool of 331. So what's it mean to our region? Well, Debra Lam is back with us. She's Chief Innovation and Performance Officer with the City of Pittsburgh. Welcome back.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah, we'll pick this up again. So, yeah, this seems like a pretty big deal. And I know this is something that the city actually applied for and wanted to participate in. How did it come about?
Well, we are part of the second wave of city cohorts, so that Rockefeller has been doing this for a couple years now, and we applied in a very competitive process, and we were one of the top applicants, actually, so it's just a great honor to be part of this.
Well, it really is. Why do you think Pittsburgh sort of rose to the top? What was it about the application and the case you made?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, it was really important that the mayor was heavily involved and supportive throughout this process, you know, to have that political leadership and to say that, you know, we care about resilience and building that resilience in the city was critical. But also we had a very strong application made up of a community of stakeholders, you know, in terms of the academic community, the nonprofit community groups. You know, we put together a very comprehensive pool of stakeholders and actors to work on this.
Did you have to paint a picture sort of what you saw as the strengths and the threats and the weaknesses that facing the city that you needed to work on?
Yeah, and that was helped us focus in terms of what the main priorities and vulnerabilities are, and from that look at how we should address it together.
So yeah, you know, plenty of business leaders are always thinking about the stuff that keeps them up at night. You know, that could undo their success. So what was at the top of the list as the city looked at this question?
Well, when we looked at this, we were lucky in some ways because we don't have earthquakes or sea level rise as some other cities and their applicants. But we do have, you know, an aging population. We have aging infrastructure. One of the things, obviously, because we are a river city, is flood risk. Another thing that we looked at was obviously heat waves as temperature increases, but not just those immediate impacts, it's what those impacts do to our population. So with our aging population, you know, what does that mean in terms of higher temperatures? You know, how can we make sure that they're protected? Yeah,
because older people tend to be more vulnerable when the weather gets really hot. If we start having more and more hot days, then what are the implications in a city that's older, right?
And we have a larger pool of aging population. So same thing with you know, some of our more vulnerable neighborhoods and communities. You know, how do we make sure that we can address them when there should be some sort of unpredictable event?
So, so what do you get as a result of this? You were selected, designated by the Rockefeller Foundation?
Yeah, well, this means that Grant Irvin, our sustainability manager, has been critical through this process, and he'll be leading a lot of these efforts. Rockefeller provides additional support for him and his team in terms of capacity. They also provide technical expertise to help us in terms of how best to address this, from, you know, engineering, financing, etc., moving forward. But most importantly, we're part of a coalition of cities. You know, we're part of other cities that are looking into this, and Rockefeller serves as that conduit and that bridge as we connect based on best learnings, best practices, and understand what's going on, so we can share this together.
That's really cool. And again, not just the best thing other cities are doing, but you don't want to make their same mistakes, right? So I assume hopefully you can get some of those tips as well. So this now just unfolds from here, and you'll be implementing these.
So we'll be having close discussions with Rockefeller, obviously continuing to work with our community members and our other stakeholders as we progress this further.
Really neat. I want to come back because in the first segment we really talked about some of the new innovation-based services that the city's offering. It really fits into this big picture of innovation and resilience. But I know you've got another event coming up in a couple of weeks that we just wanted to make sure we mentioned for small business owners especially.
Exactly. So on February 2nd, we'll be hosting a small business resource fair, which is just a one-stop shop for small businesses, whether they're mom and pop type shops or restaurateurs, coming into how to do business in the city. So we have representatives from the Department of City Planning, Department of Public Works, and other departments in terms of permitting, zoning, processing, to help guide city members. Ultimately, the goal is to promote city business.
Sure.
And this is just one of the ways that we are working to do that.
If people want to sign up or find out more about it?
Yeah, so you can go to the website, www.pittsburghpa.gov, and you'll find out more information.
All right, very good. Coming February 2nd. All right, Debra Lam, Chief Innovation and Performance Officer at the City of Pittsburgh. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And when we return, a few resolutions to help you get started on the right financial footing this year. Stay with us.